Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this popped up in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. And this can be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, wherever it is you have Gemini in your chart. So be sure and like the video for me. Definitely give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you like the messages. All of your interactions really do help to grow my channel. So thank you so very much for, all of your likes, your comments, your hypes. But it also pushes the messages out into the algorithm more so that others can get the guidance that they need as well. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. On the bottom of the deck, we had the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is about lack, right? This is about focusing on the things that we feel like we are lacking, whether that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, right? So just really feeling depleted and feeling like you've been abandoned by the universe, right? Feeling left out in the cold. But just know that like this is a window, right? You can knock on that window or find a door, and there's always help available to you, right? These people could get help if they just asked for it. And that doesn't even have to be physical people. It can just be like spirit, right? If you just ask your guides, just don't focus on the fear, right? Shift your mindset and your attention. So the situation is the Eight of Swords, like feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling, like you can't get out of a situation. You're just feeling very restricted at this time. This could be about like circumstances. It could be like the past. You feel stuck in the past, or just your own internal fears and uncertainty here. So really needing to free yourself from some kind of mindset that you've been stuck in here, right? Just know that you're not stuck in this situation and that you can move forward. So the blockage here is the Ace of Swords, and the aces are gifts from the divine. So this is like some kind of breakthrough or clarity, some kind of truth that is trying to open up here, right? Like the divine is trying to give you some kind of breakthrough or clarity, maybe even a new idea. But with this in the blockage, this is about confusion and indecision, right? It could also be miscommunication, but seek clarity and get more information rather than overanalyzing or, feeling stuck in a mindset. And, maybe you're just feeling very defeated or unheard. And, just having conversations is always the best way to resolve any issues that you're having, because this can be a card about communication. And the root cause is the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is about forward progress. This is, smooth movement, quick action, like things progressing nice and smooth here, right? And it can also be about communication. And maybe there is a miscommunication that has taken place. Right. And like a lack of movement is telling you that there needs to be some conversation. There needs to be more information, right? And needing to learn to kind of go with the flow of things. I just feel like there is some sort of communication that needs to take place. Or maybe there was a miscommunication that has you feeling very stuck and stagnant. It can also be about the truth, right? Maybe there was some truth spoken and you're not really wanting to accept the truth of that. So in the recent past, what is still affecting the situation? We have the World card. The World is about completion of a cycle, right? So this is the last major arcana card in the deck. And it's about a cycle being complete, but then there's also a new beginning, right? And understanding all of the hard work that you have put in to have this successful completion. So this could be like a karmic cycle that's ending, or right, like refusing to end some sort of cycle. If this is in the reverse, it's like a cycle's ready to be completed. Maybe you weren't quite ready or wanting to accept the truth of this, right? Um, maybe you were wanting to kind of stay in a cycle. But just knowing that like you need to see the situation that has to come to an end, right? Closure is something that you have to offer to yourself when you're ready to move on and then open up to new energy, a new cycle, right? So I feel like there was like maybe a refusal to see the end of a cycle or accept some kind of ending here. And really like not accepting the truth and needing to move into a new cycle, right? Like staying stuck and stagnant here. So the message from your higher self or your spirit guides, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is about worry. This is like staying up late at night, anxiety, depression, right? So I call it the hamster wheel thinking, where you are constantly replaying situations, conversations, or, the what ifs. What if I did this? What if they did that? Well, what if this happens, right? So I feel like this is spirit really telling you to get out of your head and explore ways to handle this worry and stress, so that you can move out of the cycle, right? Meditate, journal, do whatever it is that you need to do to kind of get out of your head and clear these thoughts and this worry that you have. So in the immediate future, we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is your energy. I feel like this is you really stepping into who you are, right? Speaking your truth and being decisive, being honest with yourself. Maybe you're finally accepting the truth of the situation and taking a logical approach and, really kind of using your intuition to guide you toward whatever it is that you want to move into, right? So I really feel like this is you kind of stepping into knowing who you are, accepting the truth of the situation, and then approaching it from a logical aspect, right? Instead of getting too emotional, you're really kind of taking charge here. So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or you could have that in your chart, right? It doesn't have to be. This can just be like those deep emotions, right? And really kind of embracing the emotional side of yourself, trying to get emotionally balanced. Maybe you've felt emotionally imbalanced, right? Um, or just kind of some kind of shaky boundaries or emotional instability. And in the near future, this is, she is very decisive and very intuitive. She cuts things out, right? She has that sword up and she has very good boundaries. So I feel like maybe you were kind of feeling like your boundaries were overstepped here, or there was some kind of imbalance, emotional imbalance, feeling rejected, again with this abandonment card. This could be about a relationship. This could be a job. Maybe you lost your job and you felt like abandoned by spirit, or you just kind of felt like left out in the cold and you've been focusing all on lack and you're feeling emotionally imbalanced. So in your environment, the influence here is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about stability. This is like home. This is also like really, focusing on opportunities that arise. So maybe this is you again. So this is like the 1111 card. So this could be about like union or like a home feeling unstable, right? Maybe there was a home involved here, if this was a relationship that fell through, or with your feeling abandoned, maybe you lost your home, right? But because this is my card for home, but it's also like 1111, which is balanced on both sides, right? Could have to do with like a union or some kind of partnership here that like fell apart. But I definitely feel like there is like this need to focus on more happiness, like the small things, right? That's a good way to increase like the positive flow of thought processes, because one focus on like happiness, one little thing can lead to another happy moment, right? If you just keep focusing on those little moments, that's what's going to bring you all of this joy and celebration. So in your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about rest and relaxation. This is healing, kind of like pulling your energy back and doing some introspection here. Because when you get that rest and that insight that you need, it's going to help you move forward with more energy and a clear mind, right? Really needing to clear out this Eight of Swords and this Nine of Swords. So maybe you're really hoping to kind of gain some introspection and do some healing work. Again, meditation, walking in nature, whatever that is. Maybe you're just really hoping to pull your energy back. You could also be fearing stagnation, right? Because that can be a card of feeling restless or avoiding some kind of quiet time or self-reflection, right? And like also try understanding that finding inner peace is going to help you sustain productivity, right? Without rest, you can't have the energy to move forward. So the potential outcome here is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is about partnerships. This is union. This is, coming together here. So you could be getting a business partner. You could be calling in a love relationship, but it's just a very balanced and harmonious, nurturing relationship, right? So, if you're wanting a business partner, this could be a business partner. This can also be like union with self, like the balance of masculine and feminine, like you getting into a more balanced energy with your masculine and feminine here, right? So, if this doesn't have to be a love partnership, unless that's what you've been trying to call in, this could be the beginning of a new relationship. It could be like a current relationship being filled with more love and support and emotional fulfillment, right? But there is some kind of like partnership or union that is coming in here, whether that's internal or with another person, right? So I definitely love this. I mean, I just feel like you're getting more balanced, maybe kind of accepting the ending of some sort of cycle and feeling, if maybe this is just all internal and you not wanting to heal and see that you haven't been abandoned by spirit, right? You haven't been left out in the cold. It's just about you changing your mindset in order to move forward. Maybe just delays and not ending one cycle you because you felt abandoned, right? Like this is all mindset right here. All of these cards are swords and you feeling abandoned, your mindset, and then these delays and everything because of your mindset. And it's also causing your mindset, right? But you're definitely coming out of all that, moving into more of like asserting yourself, keeping your boundaries, doing lots of healing and getting like emotionally balanced with self and finding stability and joy in little situations. So you definitely could be getting balanced within self, or you could be calling in some sort of love relationship or business partnership here. Either way, there is balance. There is harmony coming in here. There is healing coming in. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.